Right, in today's episode, it is a banger. We got Steve back, and if you remember, he taught us yoga last time, and we find out how he's getting on with his yoga adventures.
Right, I got mad, the yoga world's got mad. Start back again, I'm missing it to be quite honest. But...
Brad, Hollywood Brad that is, finds and discovers a new product that he hasn't used before, and we teach him how to use it. All you do is get your brush and then you brush it into the corners, which Brad will do in a minute anyway. This is a banging episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop us a comment if you've used this product. If you haven't, go and check it out. It's well worth it. Enjoy the episode. I'll see you at the end.
Felt like I was in Jumanji.
Can I just let you both into a little secret, ready for prepping for Thursday, that?
Thursday? What's Thursday?
Golf, mate. Bit of practice in that at the driving range.
Oh, what, you've got the putter as well? You've got the actual
Crazy
putter as well?
Yeah, that's what I said. He's like, you seriously did take your own putter, did you? I was like, yeah, me and my little boy always take our own.
Where was that?
Look at that, look how close that was for a hole in one. Did you get that? Rather than playing around there, the flow of that takes it around.
No, I'm going to go there.
So just putting some metal band in just to tie the middle section of the steel into the wall. Obviously it's going to be resin bolted down there. This is just an extra precaution basically, just to connect it to this wall.
Is there a setback on this, Brad, on the building line? Or
What, for the render?
for the facework and everything? Does it come on this line or is it set back in at all?
So it should be on that line.
That's the building line?
Yeah.
So this one, we're just putting a starter fixer on here, and not it's because the gauge will be.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the gauge will be yet. Are we trying to get to this? Is this what it's all worked out at?
I think we're going to try and get onto that. Right. That's not too bad if I remember rightly when they measured
our
it.
gauge, 75-ish.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Right, that's fine then. So we can pick this up by simply measuring down, and a starter bar and a straight joint.
I think we were just going to try and cut into there if we can. Yeah.
Are you going to say that?
Yeah.
Is that done by others? Is it?
We can do it. Yeah, that's fine. We'll cut that out. I feel privileged now that I've got his tray on my hand.
Good, yeah.
I think you got a little bit of proof here that you lost last time we played.
I'm going to let you. I'm going to let you have that because Thursday you're going to wish you didn't have that out so much.
That is horrendous. You can't take your own putter to a crazy golf with your kid.
Have you seen the putters they give you?
Brad, that's a part of it. You can't take your £300 putter to a bloody crazy golf, mate. Yeah. You keep that.
I will.
Keep that on, yeah?
I'll keep you that to show the improvement on Thursday.
Yeah, you keep that. So then, Brad's got right, what are we doing, Bradders?
When we see your shots going up on Thursday and mine go down.
Ah, he's all talk, Kieran. He can practice all he likes. He knows he ain't going to beat me. So he's dropped 11 shots on one shot and one out. What are we doing today, Bradders?
So just building the brickwork, getting out for block and beam, so we can start installing that.
Yeah, lovely. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah, just going to start. So just going to start setting out and stuff like that, and then because what we want to try and do here, see that the length of that like that, obviously, and so on and so on. We want to make this wall look like it then drops and comes along the floor. So obviously that tile's then got to work coming through there as well. So just a few factors you want to get right. So just obviously get a tile out, start having a little play around, draw some centre lines, etc., and then start working out where you want to start from. And then once you've got that starting point, like I say, this wall will then govern the floor. Because I think probably what I'm going to do today is I'm probably going to tile the floor, get all that in, and then obviously then come back in tomorrow and obviously start on the walls. What I'm trying to do is, so you can see on the shower tray there, Kieran, obviously you're going to have a cut through there, but what I'm trying to then do is see if we can get the same distance from there as there. So as you can see, the shower tray ends there, but obviously I'll bring that over there to make those two cuts work. So then you just change that angle very slightly, so that now you come from there to the corner of that drain, and then I can tip that and tip the other side. But what you try to do when you're trying to do a tiled shower tray is make it blend in as much as the floor as possible. So by having a join there naturally, that's the end of the shower tray already.
Okay.
So then obviously then carry on from that, and then obviously so it just blends in nicely rather than just random joints everywhere.
Good.
Good. Hope you're well. Good.
Kieran, so you may be wondering why I'm standing next to this lovely pile of blocks.
I am, yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but we got these blocks delivered from Cemex a couple of weeks back, and we've got 7.3 Newton concretes, which are these heavier blocks, and then we've got these which are 3.6 Newton, so they're a bit lighter, but they're not thermalite. They are, as you can tell, still concrete, but they are lighter than these heavy concrete blocks. And I've got some information about it, and I'm going to have to read it because I won't remember it.
Okay.
So these are one of the lowest carbon blocks on the market. Their thermal values continue to reduce and have had these properly technically verified rather than tabulated versions, and also they comply with Part L, which is up and coming. So that means reducing the carbon footprint of the way that they're made. So these are lighter than them heavy duty concrete block, and these will be for the inner skin, and then the heavy duty ones will be from the outer skin and then up obviously to brickwork. And then we'll also use these ones in between our block and beam. So them beams over there, which I'll show you in a minute, they're going to run like that, yeah, and then in between each beam you'll have blocks, so that then creates your floor. Does that make sense?
It does.
But yeah, these blocks from Cemex, although they're a little bit heavier than your standard sort of thermalite ones, they still have the same thermal value, and they're carbon neutral, mate.
Which is good.
Which is good. Good for the world. So I'm just going to hug this brick and thank Cemex. I've figured out who he looks like.
No.
This, you are going to be like, that is close. Will Mellor.
I've been told that before.
That's a shout. That is close. You got to admit.
Right, I got mad, the yoga wheel's got mad. Start back again, I'm missing it to be quite honest, but it just got a little bit wintry, and finishing late and doing the day's work and all that, and then going up, getting home, going up there, it's just like, ugh. So I'll binned it for a while, but
So you're going to get back on the yoga?
I think I probably am, because otherwise we're just all going to end up getting old and not being able to move around. So.
1055, put your legs out.
Yeah, put your legs out.
Like this. Okay. That supports your tire. Put that up onto there, rest it on there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's how I would have done it here.
So you've got your two black lines, Ted.
Yeah.
So obviously on that roller, see in there, obviously that centrepiece,
Yeah.
that's the blade. So obviously line that up, and then so you check that side. Check that side, so you're good.
That's what I was going to do.
Job done.
I was wishing to do that.
Now to see if it fits. Lovely. Just don't walk on.
Yeah.
Just got the float in here,
I didn't realise you've got to do all the walls and the ceiling.
right? And the ceiling.
Is it the ceiling?
Not the ceiling.
Why?
It's when the people have been tiling the ceiling. Come back to join us and see us tiling the ceiling. Something you might not have seen before, but here we're going to do it. It's a good idea, really, Ted. You know, steam on the ceiling and that, might as well tile it. Just be quite careful when they come down on your head, though.
Of course.
Gravity and all that.
We're working out how to map these tiles out so they look the best. But when you do a bathroom, you've got so many different measurements and centre lines to contend with. It's about the planning of this now, right? And what I mean is, when you do your next bathroom at some point, it makes it look effortless once it's done, yeah?
What do you mean, because there's like a bath?
You've got a bath over there with a nook, yeah? Your bath's 600 high, our tiles are 600 high, but our nook's 610. Which makes it all, it's impossible to have a full tile in there with a mitered. You know, we didn't want no tiles around the nook and we was going to miter it.
Yeah.
So you just have tile to tile rather than tile trim. Then you've got your basin here, your taps, your mirror, your toilet over there, your shower screen, you've got a sunken in shower tray. All these things are like...
As I was just saying to Kieran, to spend an hour today to get it right, for how many times you'll walk in here and go, wish that wasn't done. Yeah.
100%. And then you've got a window which is offset to contend with. That window's offset, yeah. So you've got a lot. So nothing's going to be. There's always going to be something you think, but then that makes sense because of that. And you're always going to have that in a room like that. So you've got to make it the best. Look at it and think, okay, what can we live with?
Did you find that thing for the tap?
No.
So use the BW1 in here, but just as belt and braces prior, we're just going around with a bit of CT1, sealing all the joints, and then yeah, cover it with that.
You don't have to master the joints like that. We're just doing that as an extra precaution. All you do is get your brush and then brush it into the corners, which Brad will do in a minute anyway, because it will act the same as the silicone does, but we're just doing it as belt and braces. We've got the CT1 in the van, so we just run that line in, and then when you're doing the corners with the BW1, just brush it in with a brush, and then all of this will be rolled, and then you roller it one way up, and then you go the other way, which you'll see the process in a minute when Brad's finished doing what he's doing. Big Mark's here. Big Mark's here, he's on the hunt for a microwave. Has anyone got a microwave?
It should always be a
Do you carry a microwave around?
I
To
do.
be honest, boys, no.
Well, you clearly don't carry a microwave around because you ain't got one. That looks dirty, bro.
Chicken mince.
Chicken mince.
Chicken mince, just chicken mince with nothing on it.
Bit of herb and spice.
Are we on?
Yeah, you're on.
Okay, we're now at the beams of the blocks are going on this. On the outside, we run a course of block work down, and then we got 3 courses of brickwork. The air bricks on the outside. Air bricks go down, hole through to vent through. If you can't get enough beam, you just slot these out, it can go through. So now we're going to set some brickwork out and work out the bonds.
Yeah.
So that's the rest of the afternoon.
So good progress.
Good progress, and that is Tuesday.
I'll double check with Aaron in a minute, Granny, so you don't need it. Sam's got to go and get some more geotech. Someone's chawed me geotech. The gate was open for, yesterday, and it was sitting up there where that seeker is, and it was the only thing that's gone missing. Who would nick a bit of geotech?
Oh, yeah.
Bit of weed barrier, that's all it is, it goes in there. 50 quid though, how inconvenient is that?
Yeah, this is 50.
It's 50 quid's worth, go and get a new bit. Because the only thing you could have saw from there was that, and that's the only thing I could see was gone. But you need that first thing in the morning, so I'm going to get it now.
Yeah.
He's just changing the doors to 4040. What are you going to do? You're going to whip up the frame?
Yeah, we can do. Obviously, once you're up to DPC in it.
If there's a cut in it, it's not a problem. We put it under the frame so that your reveal stay the same. So if it doesn't work, so that for cosmetics, it's the right. Yeah, exactly that. If it's a brick, then you just change the bond the other way, and it looks exactly the same.
Get the flooring.
Let's do that then. Yeah, it's fine. Let's all have a go at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the flooring.
Then we'll bring this inside, outside up the damp, and then we're off and running.
Right, so that is another day done. Tomorrow is we're gonna need our muscles because we are putting a block and beam flooring in. Kieran's not in because he's doing some editing. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because every time you like and every time you subscribe, it's completely free and it helps us and it keeps us going and it allows us to be able to film and show you more and more projects and teach you more and more things with the how-to guides. So if you are watching and you're watching to the end, make sure you like and subscribe. Drop us a comment because I will be in the comments, and if you are the first to comment, I might even send you a sticker. Who knows? Till next time.